well, mechanically this thing's there. It could just about drive right now. Obviously, like I said, I gotta do my brakes and my choke. Something else I did today, hooked it up to my trickle charger, 2 amp trickle charger, charged it up. I plugged it in like, I don't know, maybe a couple hours ago, and it's already charged. So this battery couldn't have been that dead at all. It must have been pretty good to begin with. So it's charged. So now, something I think I'm gonna do is test this electrical system out. Probably get some sparks here, hopefully, but hopefully nothing disastrous. Do 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 do. Whoo! Look at that! It came to life. Holy moly! Says the gas tank's full. Now I know the gas tank isn't full. Maybe it's not reading right, or maybe this thing is off. So what we're gonna do is, since that was the first thing and that's an easy check, we going to check it. Make sure. All right, so if I pick it up, it still says it's full. Don't understand. Maybe I have it connected backwards. It's either connected backwards or this is just measuring the wrong resistance. Not sure which it could be. I don't remember which way it was hooked up. How do I do backwards if I don't remember which way it was hooked up? I don't know, let's put that one in there. And that one there. You'll know, but I won't know if that's different. Let's see if it works now. Okay, it says it's empty now. It is flashing. So we might be onto something. Oh, it's filling up. Let's see, is it gonna go to full? So it doesn't quite read full. That's okay. Not quite full is still pretty good. And then we go down. But it does tell me empty. Now let's just put a little bit in it and make sure it reads just a little bit and that empty is empty. Yep, it is. Perfect. Awesome. So I could shorten that up a little bit and rebend it. Not too worried about it. Empty is empty. Full is one notch off of full. That works. I'm happy. All right, cool. So fuel gauge works. Now I'm pretty sure the rest isn't at this point. Maybe the speedometer, but not, well, the gears should. Let's see that. See, that's this one. Push the clutch in. Oh, wait. I can't. I think I need to have it running. Let's, there we go. So I have it in A gear. There we go. There's 1. There's 0. There we go. It's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 0, 1. Neutral. All right, so that works. Now, I know the tach's not gonna go. I think I have to set it up. The speedometer, I have to set it up for the wheel speed. But before we do all that, let's check some other stuff. All right, so my horn makes noise. I like that. Let's go headlights. So this should be marker lights. 1, 2. This is cool. You'll notice those lights all came on. 3, 4. Boom. Headlight. Boom. Yeah, light it up. Look at that. I likey, likey, likey. So now we got left blinker. Perfect. Works on the front, nothing, not significant, but it works. Left blinker, they could also do 4-way. Boop, 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 boop. How do you like that? I like it. All right. So those all work. Horn seems to work. One thing I want to try now, let's try the actual horn. So this is likely going to be very loud. This is going to be destructive to eardrums everywhere. But first, let's air it up. So we got the fill right here. And we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna fill. All right, my friends. There's 125 PSI ready to go through that horn. I'm almost scared of this. It's gonna be loud, guys. It's gonna be loud. So, I don't know. I did put the nozzle inside of it to restrict its airflow. So, I mean, I'm not really sure what it's gonna do. But let's find out. Wow. Yeah, that's loud. And I should get a few honks out of it. Sounds like I barely used anything. That's loud. I like it. All right, so I'm just cruising around daytime. I just want people to see me. And they sure can. Now let's see. Blinkers work without running lights. So if it's daytime and I don't want lights on, absolutely. Wow. How is it that I ran all those wires, all those connections, guessed on a few of them, and they all work as they're supposed to so far? Let's fire the missiles. Ooh, battery's draining real quick. Ooh, it's got no charge right now without the motor spinning. And you can fire the missiles. How cool is that? Wow. This is awesome, guys. And the reason this is awesome is not because this thing works and it's amazing. I mean, it's not amazing, right? I mean, it's not amazing. It's not the best four-wheeler. It's not the best tractor that we know of yet. But I made this from nothing. This is a pile of steel tube that just never ended. And fenders, there's motorcycle fenders, cut and welded, trailer fenders, raw steel, little baby four-wheeler parts, some other Amazon stuff, lawnmower part from Amazon, scratch built stuff, 125cc motor. I mean, that's cool. And then speedometer, all that stuff. And so far it all works. Let's cross our fingers. So far it all works. And I'm ecstatic about that. So the next thing I think that I need to do is set that up for my speed. Short press the button, Flash position number accumulated. Long push the button. The next position flashing. Change the 3 position to 1, 2, 3. The gauge get into setting mode. Alright, so I did say almost. I need a fuel line. That's a must in a vehicle. So let's probably do something about that. And then say owie. Alright, I'm not sure where my battery died and when this fell out, but as you saw, or what you didn't see, was I made up 2 more fuel lines, and these are here to connect for my one for my carb drain, one for the overflow drain, and those are gonna go down here. All right, now that we've got all that, theoretically this should start. Let's see if I got a socket for that there spark plug. I believe so. Let's try it out. Yep, there we go. I don't want to over tighten it. So spark plug installed. Let's do the boot, make sure it's got its electrical. So this is not the spark plug I'm going to ultimately run on here, but I'm gonna run it for now. So boom. Installed. Oh, let's get that off the head, I suppose. There we go. So now, this should theoretically run with fuel, right? Uh-oh. I don't have fuel. Dang it. I'm gonna have to go get me some. So, I guess before I do that, let's see if we can come up with an idea here for choke. Alright, so now, the idea. This goes from here to there. There's a thing I can pull or a lever I can bend to make it do its thing. It's going to connect there. So, one, I need a bracket that will connect it. And it's got to let it pull it all the way up, right? So I need at least a 1/4 inch movement. It needs to come to at least the top of that to hold this. And then that will need to go there. I'll need something there. So, first thing I want to do, let's make the end of it. There we go. So that fits adequately over it. So what I want to do now is I want to drill it this way and tap it for a set screw. After working on all this big stuff, let's see if I mess up this little guy. This is where things get tricky, because now I will have to affix the cable to the end of that. I'll probably just TIG weld it real quick, just poop, so it can just lift straight up on it. All right, now we've got that little guy welded on there. Now I just want to make it look not too horrible. Get it all up in that business. All right, and then a little set screw goes in. Hopefully the welding didn't mess up the threads. Doesn't seem so. Let's get it ready. And then let's set it on there, and get it tightened. There we go. So there's the mechanism that is going to be holding and pulling our choke. See that? So now we see how high our bracket needs to be. So our bracket needs to be at least cleared up to here, and then come from here and clear up to there, so you can pull it all the way and fully close that choke. All right, so for this bracket, let's see if we can reuse this original one, honestly. Because if I can get that in there and have it to where it holds it, then I might be able to bend this over, drill a hole, and this is literally the bracket. So let's see what we can do here. So let's see here. This thing needs to come out a little bit. All right, even though we don't want it to spin anymore, we're still gonna go ahead and we're gonna put these in here just to help shim it out, tighten it up, and we'll go from there. All right, now see, it can't rotate anymore. Perfect. All right, now let's see what we got. So, yep, that'll be good. Perfect. So where do we want it? Do we want it right on the end? Pretty darn close. Yes, we do. We want it sitting right there. Boom. Money. All right, and now we want to weld that onto here. Now, with this welded on here, now we can cut it off. We need to cut a slot. Now let's assemble our reinvented choke. All right. All right, so on this is gonna be a simple install. I also want something that'll be a guide, that'll look good. So I think I'm gonna go with a simple knob. And for a simple knob, I'm going to need something to install. So I got an idea. Let's see what we got in here to work with. But then you can pull it out for the choke. Cable needs to be just a little bit shorter than that. I think we can probably work with that. All right, so there we go. There's our choke knob. Boop, boop. Pass through the hole, and now let's try and re-nut it, re-nutify the situation. Okay, got the washer on it. Now let's tighten these down. Oh, how silly is that? All right, so here is the choke. Engaged, disengaged. Here's close up of its operation. How cool is that? Stupid simple, nice and hidden, out of the way. Weird little bolt. You just don't want to yank it, you'll probably mess up the cable or something, bracket maybe, I don't know. But it's, you can clearly tell when it hits the stop and it goes back on its own. So I call that mission complete. Only other thing I'll have to do now is my front brakes. So hint hint, might use this, get this on the steering wheel somehow, some way. might not, I'm not sure yet, 100%. But we got that idea. And then something to engage to that. Maybe another cable like what I just did, something along those lines. I really don't know. But what I do know is that's all for today, guys. See you next time. Buff it up, 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 buff it up.